Hello everyone, it is me, your boy, Pandajakey, back at it again with another slamming video. Today I'm going to be breaking down my hit single, Growing Pains. Let's just dive right into it. Let's just get this started. I recommend that when you write a song, you should kind of play it out on an instrument first and really get a feel for it. So like you should always know how to play it on something if you're like a pop songwriter or whatever. If you're doing dubstep, you don't really need to go. That would be crazy, though. You could do it. Don't get too close. I'll just let you go. You say you don't know. It's just how I grow. Bada bing, bada boom. So yeah, it started out as that kind of acoustic thing, and then threw it into Ableton, and the rest is history. Let's dive into that Ableton project, and maybe you can learn some crazy tips and tricks on the way. I don't know. Let's do this. Okay, let's break this down in multiple chunks. First off, just in case you don't know it, here is my hit song, Growing Pains. Stream everywhere. You get the idea. That's the chorus, which I think we're going to start with. So let's start with just the instrumental. This is what the instrumental sounds like when it's all together and it's, chorus. So this is the second chorus. So the interesting thing about this song is that it actually started off, I wasn't really going to do anything with it. I was just trying to make a lo-fi beat to chill/study to, literally. I just started making lo-fi music to hang out to. And so that's why the drums sound like this, super lo-fi. Not really something that I think you'd expect in this kind of pop song, especially when it ends. As I said earlier, this song started off on the guitar, and this is the electric guitar recording. And when I record guitars, I'll usually record one going to the left ear and one going to the right ear. Okay, yeah, I did that right, cool. I like to use the plugin Guitar Rig 6. I think it works great. I just use one of the presets that they have. I think they sound fantastic. I use Neutron 3 for a lot of my EQ. I think that the Isotope mixing and mastering, their plugins are absolutely amazing. I recommend them to everyone. Same thing here. That's the guitar that's kind of going throughout the entire song. And once again, Guitar Rig 6. That is not EQ'd at all. That's kind of crazy. But yeah, Guitar Rig 6 and then just some chorus. I usually recommend in your music to have a drone of some sort, because a lot of the time, if there's a slight bit of dead space, this drone is something that can kind of fill that and just have a little bit of a melodic thing. Even if you don't really hear it, you do hear it. It's ear candy. It's awesome. I think, though, that this song could all be boiled down to just two things. One of them is this 808. Yeah, that 808 carries hard. And then we have these vocals that I recorded. And then those are also going through a vocoder. These are kind of the main chords throughout the song. I sing over these in the verses and in the chorus. Which, yeah, by the way, the chords, if for anyone wondering, D major to A major to G major to B minor to G major. Yeah, I did that right. So yeah, that's basically the chorus. It's just a lot of layers of these pads and that 808. All doing these chords, Yeah, a lot of pads. Layer, layer, layer. I recommend that for any type of song. Always layer. Beautiful. Beautiful and crunchy. That was sick. So yeah, that's kind of it for the chorus. I think the thing that kind of makes this song for me is a lot of this stuff, all of these layers right here. These are all just little ear candy things that one of my friends recorded on an OP1. Like you don't really hear that in the song. I mean, you hear a lot of stuff at the beginning and at the end, like you have this static and all these different pads and whatever the hell these are. Tombola. Oh, so beautiful. I just hit him up and I said, hey, you want to give me some one shots or like some synths just in D major? And yeah, I definitely recommend sometimes just looking up like ambience in D major or ambience in whatever key, or just ambience, and throwing that in your song, or like one shots and throwing them in. You'd be amazed at how much space and just like, especially, you know, like ARPs like this one. This one starts in the second verse and goes throughout the rest of the song. Oh. Absolutely scrumptious. I could eat that for breakfast. Yeah. And then also instrumentally, I would say the verses are pretty simple. Not much else is going on. I take out the drums, take out the 808, and just add some of those ambient sounds I just talked about. I kind of let the vocals do the work there. And then the end of the song, it gets a little crazy. There are some horns. There's a crazy distortion going on. I'll play that really quick. So, the horns. Let's talk about those first. They're just a sample. I got them on Splice. I don't know how to play the trumpet, despite owning one, and it's right there. It's a hard instrument to play. You'll never catch me learning that thing. Yeah, just a sample that I looped. I thought it sounded sick, and so I was like, okay, cool. So everything that was playing in the chorus, like this, I actually put it in a group called Overdrive Gang, and I put Overdrive on it, which is basically just an Ableton stock plugin, which is distortion, so that when these horns come in, everything is super distorted. As you can see right now, the dry wet, if you're here, it's 0, and then once you go here, it's 15%, as you can see right here. And so it gets super crunchy and kind of nasty sounding, which I personally love. And there's also this electric guitar that comes in there. What is silly snare? What's so silly about this snare? Oh, that's kind of silly. Okay. If you're following along and you're looking for tips on how to write your own song that kind of matches this vibe, I guess, I'd say go simple on the instrumentation. Do a lot of layers, but like keep it to the chords, you know? Like make sure you can hear that. I guess what I'm saying is let the layers do the work, you know? Because when you listen to this, there's a good amount going on, but you can hear it all, you know? It's not crazy. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyways, let's do these vocals really quick. So the chorus vocals on this song are actually pretty insane. A lot of them are not in tune. A lot of them are weirdly shifted. But let's just listen to them.
Don't get too close, I'll just let you go. You say you know you don't.
So when I was writing this song, I kind of knew that I wanted it to sound not exactly like how I sound. You know, I didn't want it to sound like just me going into a mic and going, don't get too close. You know, I wanted it to...
Don't get too close.
You hear that and you're like, what the... That's not a real guy. And that's because of these vocals. So there are 4 lead vocals that are all kind of right there in the center. And I'll just go through them really quickly one by one if you want to create a vocal effect like this so you know how I did it. This is what we start with.
Don't get too close, I'll just let you go. You
Yeah, believe it or not. Oh, did you hear that go? Oh my lord.
let you go. You
Yeah, believe it or not, that stayed in the song. I did not manually pitch it. I could have, but I chose not to. Why? Who knows? But it's there. And yeah, I use Auto-Tune Pro obviously for that auto-tune sound, and then after that, like I kind of mentioned earlier, just multiple instances of Nectar for. I'm sure I used the gate on this. I use a gate on a lot of my vocals, and then some EQing and processing on the next instance of Nectar. And then this is another lead vocal right here.
Don't get too close, I'll just let you go. You say you.
So this one, I believe I pitched up 12 semitones, and then I formant shifted it down another 12, or maybe I just formant shifted it. I don't really know, because I froze the track. And for those who don't know, when you freeze a track, that's when you put a lot of processing on it, and then there's so much stuff on it that it's slowing down your computer, so you record it. My computer was dying, so I had to do this. But I think that's what I did, and then I just put some chorus on it. And then right here, this is, like, I consider this to be the actual lead vocal of the song, right here.
Don't get too close, I'll just let you go. You say you know you.
I love how that sounds. So, I don't know, it's pretty good. I'm very proud of how it turned out. I'll show you how I did this effect. So, here's a clean vocal.
Don't get too close, I'll just let you go. You say you know you don't.
Sickness. Okay, that's what it sounds like. And then auto-tune, duh. I usually go pretty heavy with the auto-tune, as I did here. I did humanize it, but yeah, retune speed, humanize 100, that's okay. And then Nectar, which I do believe that this is just a gate that I have on it just to remove any background noise. I recorded this song in college, in my dorm room. We have fans going. We have people walking around. We have neighbors. It's crazy. So I had to use a gate. Usually I wouldn't recommend using a gate on vocals, but yeah, I had to in that instance. Then we have an Antares plugin, just a choir. You could probably find a free version of this. It's pretty subtle here.
Don't get too close.
Maybe it's not subtle. I don't know. But it sounds like that. That's just to kind of widen it up and add a bunch of layers to it. And then, of course, we have some reverb.
Don't get too close.
And then the magic, of course. One of my favorite things about Ableton, right here, boom. Pitch it up an octave. And then put it in Complex Pro. And right here, you can choose the formants and how much formant shifting there is. 65.62. I guess I chose the middle. Not too squeaky, not too real, 62 right in the middle. And
Don't get too close, I'll just let you go.
yeah. Oh, and also there's this lead, which is just a fifth harmony.
Too close.
Which I used Harmony Engine, which is an amazing plugin. I absolutely love it. I overuse it all the time. Highly recommend it. Altogether, those 4 lead vocals sound like this.
Get too close, I'll just let you go. You say you know you don't.
Which, that's a sound for sure. And I kind of wanted to make it sound a bit more normal, which is why I added 3 more layers of background vocals. And it's just, so there's 3 groups of background vocals, 1 mid, 1 high, 1 low. And one of them's panned to the left, one of them's panned to the right. I know that didn't work, but whatever. I just sang it normally at different octaves. So, it comes out kind of sounding like this.
Don't get too close, I'll just let you.
And then you have this.
Don't get too close, I'll just let you go.
I really did not hit a lot of notes here, and I just was like, I was okay with that at the time. Good to know.
Don't get too close, I'll just let you go. You say you know you don't.
That's kind of fire. Altogether, after a lot of processing on the leads, and then kind of just keeping those background vocals normal and in the background, you get this.
Don't get too close, I'll just let you go. You say you know you don't. It's just how I go. Don't get too close, I'll just...
Yeah, The verses are very simple. I don't really know if that's anything I have to go over. It's just, maybe it's not very simple. Holy moly, look at all these plugins. Wow. I'll run through them really quick. Auto-tune to keep it in tune. Nectar, that's a gate. Another nectar, that's probably some EQing. Delay, that's delay, which I guess if you don't know, that's like, it's kind of like echo. You go delay, 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 you know? And then reverb, everyone knows what reverb is. If you don't, then you're a loser. And then, what? 2 utilities. I think those are probably just to mess around with the gain. I don't know why I wouldn't just use the mixer. I don't know. Whatever. It's not like I wrote it yesterday. This is pretty old, guys. Come on. So yeah, verses are super simple. And then there's also these background vocals in the verses, which is just super reverby and auto-tune cranked up to 11. Super simple. Really quickly, we'll go over the pre-chorus, which sounds like this.
Wait, wait, what makes me hang up? 'Cause they wait for...
Lead vocal.
Wait, wait, what makes...
Pretty simple. A lot of plugins that you should be familiar with by now. We have auto-tune, a gate on Nectar, and then some EQing and additional processing through Nectar. Probably just used one of their presets. I think they're pretty solid with a little bit of tweaking. And then this is my favorite background vocal on the entire song.
Wait, wait, what makes me hang up? 'Cause they wait for hours.
Yeah, so that is auto-tune and then a gate, and then Harmony Engine, which is an Antares plugin. Those are the guys that made auto-tune. And Harmony Engine, it's just great at like finding harmonies that you wouldn't normally want or think of. You know, when I was writing this, I wasn't thinking of putting in something that sounded like that. But I think when you put it with these other backgrounds.
Wait, wait, what makes me hang up? 'Cause they wait for hours when I'm not enough.
Trust me, you might be thinking, Jake, that sounds horrible, and nah. Oh, and there's also what?
Wait, wait, why is it so tough?
There's also this thing.
My friends when they're who I love.
So that is the pre-chorus. Those are the vocals. I probably missed a lot of stuff. Yeah, just some general stuff. For all the synths, I use Serum. Just presets. I use a lot of Make Pop Music, their YouTube channel. I use a lot of their presets. I use a lot of presets that I got on Splice. Yeah. Drums are all, I think they're all those free Cymatic drums that you can get. If you like you give them your email and then they'll send you free drums. I'm pretty sure that these are all that. So yeah, that's my song Growing Pains. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you like my breakdown. I think that some major takeaways if you're trying to write a song that sounds like this, or maybe just a song in general, I think you should try to record your own things. Don't just go in the DAW and click and stuff. Like record guitar, record your vocals. I think it goes a long way with grounding a song and, just making it sound more real. I don't know. But I think the most important thing for this song specifically was just layering, layers upon layers, and then there's all those ear candy layers, just weird stuff. Just throw it in there. If it's in the same key as the song, just throw it in. Who cares? Throw it in and turn it down. No one's going to hear it. It's cool, though. Someone might hear it and be like, what? That's weird. Why does this guy have wind chimes in his song? Because wind chimes are cool, It's like, they add a texture. I don't know, man. Shut up. If you have any questions about the song, drop them in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. Don't dislike. I'll be sad. Thank you, and don't forget that I have a new song coming out, my last song ever. It is called Snake Eyes, and then after Snake Eyes releases, I am going to be a dancer. So yeah, pre-save for that will be in the description of this video, maybe, assuming I don't forget. Bye.